I want people to know that this is a fascist takeover of DC, and that our youth are going to be directly impacted by this.
What's happening in DC is a tactic that our government in this country has consistently used.
An activist and a content creator was arrested by the police, and this has gotten people to talk. Let's talk about it. Hey beautiful people, how you are doing today? It's your girl Destiny here, and welcome to my channel. How have you all been? Hope you guys are doing great. So today's video, we want to talk about Afeni. Afeni is an activist and a content creator that posts really provocative content and all about the Black life and the Black youth. And she's really big in a space, and a lot of people admire her. So apparently there was a young people harassed by the police in DC, and Afeni was there when it was happening, and she brought out her phone and she was recording. In the process of her recording, the police officer approached her and tackled her and got her arrested. But you could clearly see in the video where she was arrested, she was still very vocal about what she was talking about, and she was all about what she believes in. And this got a lot of people because the clip went really viral. Everybody's talking about it. And this got a lot of people really fired up. And eventually she was free. But this also struck the conversation of how Black people and how Black activists has been made quiet because of what they believe in, and how some of the things we do online don't just stay online. They know you online, you speaking up, you talking about things, they know you. But yeah, let's go check out this clip that got Afeni arrested, and when she was arrested, her getting her freedom, and people's reaction to this entire story. And then I'll come back and share more of my thoughts.
I want people to know that this is a fascist takeover of DC, and that our youth are going to be directly impacted by this.
Get out of the way!
It doesn't matter about me. I will be fine. Our kids will not be.
The police just used excessive force, detained Afeni, pepper spray her in the face.
Love it. Welcome to this box.
This is my mutual Afeni, Facts and Fire, here on TikTok. I am making this video right now to let you know that they were wrongfully arrested for attempted fare evasion. This is not true. There's video of this incident. This incident happened because Afeni was recording DC youth who were being harassed by police due to an enforced curfew in the city. Afeni did not approach any of the officers. She actually asked for a distance to be created. The officer took it upon himself to then mace and tackle her to the ground along with another female officer. You can go to these Instagram profiles if you'd like to know more or to see that footage. If you are in the area, there's also directions to how to support on those profiles right now, I believe. And if you go to Afeni's Instagram, you'll be able to donate to her Venmo as well. Please follow them on TikTok. This is getting really terrifying. It is already in your backyard. It's close to home. It's not gonna happen. It's happening. It's happening. Please share as much as you can so we can do our best to help Afeni.
I've seen someone say that Afeni is the next human rights activist, right? And if you don't know, Afeni is a activist from DC, and what we can't do is individualize the work of collective movements. And I was just reading Angela Davis's book, Freedom is a Constant Struggle, and she opens the book up with this. Huey P. Newton, Malcolm, Martin Luther King, they were not individuals in the movement to Black liberation. They were people who were positioned to be that, but individualism, as we know, is a virus, quite literally, because it's a part of capitalist culture. And if we were to position someone like Afeni as being the next Black human rights activist that we've been waiting for, we're quite literally taking ourselves and the collective work it takes to gain liberation out of the equation, and we're making it actually quite dangerous for Afeni. We cannot do that, okay? Freedom is a constant collective struggle. We cannot position someone as being our savior. Afeni is not our savior, right? Beautiful Black woman, beautiful work. But if you want to celebrate her, you celebrate her by joining the movement, right? She's a part of the collective work of Black liberation movements that are established and run and forged by collectives, not individuals.
I am so grateful to see Afeni released from the cuffs of those pigs and be embraced by community and people, and I hope you continue to receive the support and the love that you so deserve and definitely need after experiencing such a traumatic event. And I hope that it's not lost on anyone that those cops knew exactly who Afeni was and saw an opportunity and took it. When we talk about the civil rights movement and the literal leadership of the civil rights movement, I fear we don't talk enough about how young those people were. Fred Hampton was 21 years old when CPD assassinated him, right? And a lot of the men who were considered leadership, who were assassinated during that time, were in their early 20s, in their early 30s. Many of them did not live to see 40, right? Fred Hampton didn't live to see 25. We have to be extremely protective of young Black people who are engaged in movement work, especially the ones that are looked towards as leaders, because the same way community sees them as leaders, so does the state.
True.
They are in danger every time they are outside, every time they are engaged in movement work, every time they put themselves on the front line. They are in danger, and we need to protect them. We have to protect them because they deserve that as individuals, and it literally destabilizes our movement every time the system gets their hands on one of them and either incarcerates them or them. This system does not fear anything the way that it fears young Black radical leadership. That's why we have to be diligent about developing it and protecting them at all costs.
Shout out dog Afeni, man. That's what real community look like, bro. Everybody talking about they trying to be in the league, they trying to be a rapper. Do you see what type of love niggas get when they stand on real shit? Afeni a real nigga. On God, like I know I smile about that shit, but it's real live. Like on God, they want to get a new set of rims, get a new set of grills. How about you stand on some shit for your community and see how they show out for you? Like, you ain't got to stun to get shown love, to get niggas to look up to you. Niggas got to put down to get lifted up. Look at how they lifted Afeni up. You feel what I'm saying? But talking about that though. Not talking about that, and I'm already knowing that some of y'all talking about, oh, if what she didn't lead to no direct action, and really, what does her sacrifice mean? It mean everything. By any means. By any means.
What's happening in DC is a tactic that our government in this country has consistently used. Slave catching. It's the hypercriminalization of marginalized people. In the same way that they made enslaved Black people running away from slavery to freedom illegal. They don't want liberation for Black people. And the reason that it's being done so aggressively and so publicly is because they want to desensitize us to seeing Black people and Black bodies being harmed the same way that they desensitized Black people in the past. And their goal is to try to condition us to believe that marginalized people are bad and people who are experiencing poverty are bad and unsafe. The reason that they made a public spectacle out of arresting Afeni, the civil rights activist, is because they know that she's aware of her history, right? And so what she's doing is spreading awareness so that history is not recreated. Criminalizing Black people is what politicians have been doing since politicians existed. And they've taken it as far as criminalizing Black children. Remember when Hillary Clinton called the kids in Chicago super predators? Remember when Ronald Reagan and his wife started the war on drugs, but they only targeted certain drugs that existed in certain communities because people in certain communities could only afford certain kinds of drugs, even though it was the same drugs that white people were doing, just a different type, instead of focusing on how the drugs were actually getting into America, not by the people in the communities that he was targeting. It's all strategic forms of oppression to try to limit the liberation of black people because they see that black people have been advancing at a rate that they can no longer control, which, to be quite frank, has always been happening. Even with all of their efforts to criminalize black people throughout the centuries, we've still been able to progress. So now they're trying to take an even more aggressive approach, and they're encouraging people who have been hiding in the backwoods of America to come out and be outwardly racist towards black people.
If your parasocial relationship to the discourses and the beef that happened on the app haven't got shaken up before now, it should definitely be shaken up now based off what happened to Afeni. It should be shook the up. All that leftist liberal bullshit that we want to talk about and still argue about, and if Kamala Harris was president, all that shit needs to go out the window because some of these content creators that you've been following thinking that they just yapping their mouth are actually out there in the streets. Some of us are actually out there in the streets, like some of us have been telling y'all, right? That this stuff that happens on the app, the arguments that happen on the app, whoop-de-whoop, people are out there on the streets. Yeah, for all you people who say that it is just arguing on TikTok and what's happening on TikTok ain't gonna go in sociological history books and ain't gonna go on social sciences, political history books. You know who's watching what's happening on TikTok and social media? Them. Government. The powers that be. The government, the motherfucking police state, the folks who are making the list are watching people who are leaders on this app. They're watching people who are leaders on this app who have thought-provoking things to say about them and who are leaders in the street. Yeah. Those two have to coincide. V already made a video saying this, one that I reposted, but they absolutely knew who Afeni was. They know who Afeni is. The same way that they know who Elizabeth Booker Houston is. The same way that they know who Monique Black Belt Bay is. The same way I know for facts certain folks know who I am. Some of these discourses, beefs, whatever that are happening on the internet, on social media, people are doing in real life. They're living that in real time. They are on the literal ground. Liberal and leftist alike, mind you. Mind you, if some of these folks aren't on the ground yet in the same way, right, their people are going to start to be. Some of the content creators you see who talk about this shit are going to be on the grounds, but the folks that stay the people in power are going to already know who they are, and they're going to be targeted while they're on the ground. They're going to be targeted. And you need to ask yourself if the discourse you're saying online is something that the state is going to target. That's how you know the discourse you're saying, the opinions you're having, the shit that the table that you're shaking is the right one. Is the right one. And that's how you know you're actually making moves, because they know the powerful voices online and offline. And they're going to be able to know and see the powerful voices that maybe just exist online right now the moment they become offline and they start showing up in these spaces. The reason why I brought parasocialness into it is because a lot of us feel we lack realizing the tangible nature of some of this shit, because it be staying online or be staying on an FYP, on a timeline, etc. Are we ready to show up for creators, for people who are thought leaders, thought provokers, who share the news on here? Are we ready to show up for the people who are not just provoking online, but provoking the state online? Not just having arguments to be, but provoking power. Not just provoking online, but provoking in real life. Provoking on the ground. We've heard their thoughts. We've seen their podcasts. We've seen them with the mic. We've seen them get into beef with people or whatever, or argue around the same discourse. Are we ready to show up for them? Because the way people showed up and showed out for Afeni is exactly what we need to do every single time. And that's going to be more than a like, than a comment, than a repost, than a retweet.
Well, please let me know down in the comment section if you heard about the story and what is your take about this. Go down in the comment section and share your thought. But please, as always, please keep it respectful here on this channel. We're allowed to disagree, but we'll do it in a very respectful way. So go ahead, feel free, share your thought. Love to know what you guys think. So for me personally, like like saying the first discourse that came on was her being arrested, and everybody was talking about it, and the amount of support that came, and amount of petition and people talking about it on the internet, that was what got her, I'll say that was what got her freedom in a way, because the voices were loud, people were coming for her. There was a lot of other videos out there showing that she did not engage with the police, she did not do anything wrong, it was wrongful arrest and all that. And for me, this Afeni case is a lot big, because I feel like there are a lot of people that don't just talk the talk on social media, but they walk the work. And Afeni she has proved that over and over. She's an activist herself. She has proved that over. But for me, it's how people show up for her, which I find that's so beautiful. And I feel like people are ready to show up for people that are very authentic and authentic to their movement. I personally, I believe in it. And I believe, and I want people out there, use your discernment when you follow people and a certain type of movement or community, because some people are just doing it as a content, while some people are passionate about it. Some people, in fact, it runs in their blood, it is who they are. But my own thing is that when it comes for the help, and those people need that help off social media, I hope and I pray the community is able to be there and show up for them, because this is, it's more than just content for them, it's a mission. So I like seeing this Afeni kids just really put a smile on my face, and I feel like it also give more people, more content creator, to have a voice and speak up for their truth and be authentic to themselves. I know that yes, it can be hard, but your community, people sees the work you do and they appreciate it, and you're changing life one at a time. And I'm happy she's free, I'm happy she's amazing. But this also shows that even as a content creator, when you are online talking, people, you're being watched, people are watching your content, they know who you are, they know what you're for, and they stand for it. Some of you guys don't know, I was creating a lot of black educational content and African educational content back then, like a couple of years ago. I was creating that, including this type of content I'm going, but I was mixing them. And I remember I created some type of content, some very thought-provoking content, and yeah, my channel was almost taken down. Yeah, I think I've said the story here before. My channel was almost taken down, and I was advised to take a step. People reached out to me via email, via messages, DMs on Instagram to let me know that Destiny, you're being targeted, take it ease, and all that. And so that's why, like, when you see people come online and they're heated and they keep doing what they do, and I get it, people will say, oh, like this last creator said, like, that shows that you're on the wrong path. But sometimes when you're on the wrong path, me personally, why I actually like take the step back, as much as I know I was on the right path, I loved with, I also understand that the where I'm at, I don't have that community. I don't have that community to protect me. And if anything was to happen, it'll happen to me and no one will hear about me. And I don't want, I still have a lot more to give to this world, that I'm not ready to make myself or anything silent. May have other works I can do to impact life, and for me that's very important. But yeah, I'm so happy about this Afeni case, like it turns out this way and not the other way we're used to. And I just want to encourage, and I also want to use this opportunity to thank each and every one of you here on this channel, in this community we're building, of women that center themselves, women that are looking out for themselves, women that are living life intentionally and authentically. I really want to thank you guys, because you guys have made this space where it is a very safe space where we can have conversation and it's not a toxic place. the type of content I create can spiral into very toxic, but it is not. We really have amazing conversation and we teach each other here and educate each other here and disagree in a very respectful way. So I really want to thank you guys. It can be, as much as I say it a lot on my videos, if you guys are not of that type, it won't be. And I'm so happy that I'm aligning with people like myself that are very open to have conversation and are honest about the things that they have been through in their life and are willing to share and are willing to impact lives. So I just want to say a big thank you to you guys. We're almost hitting 73,000 subscribers. I'm just using this as a thank you video, okay? Now we're almost at 73,000 subscribers. I can do this without you guys. You guys are amazing. And I do appreciate you guys so much. I don't say it every single time, but yeah, I know I've not said this for a while, but yeah, I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you, and continue showing up. Okay, protect yourself. Don't allow anybody to dim your light. What you stand for, know it and stand for it with your full chest. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this video down in the comment section. But as always, please keep it respectful. Share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because that's what we do here. We have banging conversation. So go ahead and share this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, because this helps YouTube to push up my content for more people to see, and that'll be you supporting this channel and this girl here. So go ahead and do that. Subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you guys in my next video. Deuces.